Yes. Um. Good day. My name is Engineer Shehu Isa Adebisi, and you are welcome to my YouTube channel where we train um structural engineers, professionals, students, junior engineers, and construction professionals on how to do structural designs of reinforced concrete structures and steel structures. And the software that we are going to be using for the design is actually Proto Structure and Staad Pro. So for today, we are going to talk on um, introduction to Staad Pro. We're just going to familiarize ourselves with the interface. Then, if there's time, we'll do a small modeling of a portal frame, just a very small modeling of a portal frame. But if there's no time, we are only going to stop at the familiarization of the interface. So here um we have the new project. That is, if you want to start a new project, on the left hand side we have the project tags, and on the right hand side we have the recent files. So these are some of the projects that I've been working on. Sorry, that wasn't what I intended. So you see, these are some of the projects that I have been working on, and there are some warehouse designs that as in I'm actually working on, and those are the ones that you see on the right hand side. Why the project tracks? So yes, these are some of the projects that I'm working on. All you need to do is just to hover on them, and it actually comes up. Why on the left hand side you have the project tags, whereby you have new project. That is, if you want to start a new project, open project. If you want to open existing project, then you have the configuration, you have backup manager and the license manager. So let's click on the configuration, and let me show you some small settings that have been done here. Now, here, when you come to the base unit, if you put your base unit in English, your units are going to be in pounds and foot. To be in pounds and foot. But if you put it in metric, then it will be in meter and kilonewton. So for the design and the analysis of what I'm doing and what I want to work on, I want my unit to be in Newton, kilonewton, meter, centimeter, and what have you. So I picked. So I'm gonna pick the metric, which you see that is actually the first setting. Then um let's go to the design code. Now, when you get to design code for the steel, select the port based on your country. If you are from India, you select the ISI. If you want to use BS code, then you select BS 5950. That's for steel. And for reinforced concrete, also you also select according to what you have in your country. For timber, then for shear wall also you also select according to what you have in your country. Now, having done that, then let's look at the global axis orientation. Now, because of the fact that we are going to be modeling the structure in a 3D dimensional model, not a 2D. That is why you have an option of Z, as in it's telling you that you want your Z to be up and your Y to be up. So I prefer my Y to be up. So I'll leave my Y up. Then the rest you can just leave the rest as default. Then you apply and you accept. You apply and you accept. Then let's go to new project. Let's let's name it as start start beginners. Let's name it as start beginners. So that now, I'm going to explain this to you now. If you click on space, the space is a three-dimensional frame structure. That means that you are going to be modeling your structure in 3D. So it's a three-dimensional space structure. You'll be so your modeling you'll be is going to be in 3D. You model in the x direction, the y direction, and the z direction. So it's a 3D model. If you come to plane, the plane is only on the global x and y coordinate system. So the plane is a 2D model. Then you have the floor system also, and you also have the truss structure. That is, if you actually want to design for trusses. So, but what we do is that we actually pick space because we want to model it on a 3D dimensional model. Then you click on next. Then you click on add beam. Then you click on finish. So it brings out it brings out this for you. Now I'm gonna explain all these. So we have the menu bar and we also have the toolbars. Toolbars. So for the menu bars, you have the file whereby you can save projects, you can open existing projects, you can create new projects, and if you want to print also, you can actually come here to print. Then you come to the edit. If you want to copy, paste, if you want to take picture of a model that you're doing, come to the edit. Then view is just the whole thing that is here is just how you want to view your structures, how you want to view it, zoom in, zoom out, you want to pan, you want to view a certain object in your model. As in, maybe you want to isolate a certain object in your model, you come to view. Then you have the tools also. So the tools basically, when you when you finish your modeling, you need to check if the model is having multiple structures. It's very, very important. You come to tools and check. Then you also check if the model is having duplicate nodes or duplicate members. So you check in nodes. So the node is the you check in tools. So the tool is actually this is very, very important also. Then you come to geometry. Geometry, for the geometry, you I call the geometry the node space because everything that has to do with your nodes is actually in the geometry. You want to insert node, you want to snap your node, you want to number your nodes and so on and so forth, or you have this thing multiple members intersecting each other, members, and you want to intersect to actually break it into pieces. So you have nodes and you can also split beams here also. So then for the command you can increase your slab thickness here, here, and you also have this member specifications. As time goes on, when we start when I start doing some simple models, you start seeing how all these are being used. Then for the analysis, you want to run your analysis after you finish your structure. This is where you come and run your analysis. Then you have the modeling, piping, and steel design. Then you have the Bentley. Then you have the windows. So now the we are through with the fiber. Now let's go to the menu bar. The menu bar, if you want to view your structure from a Z plane, this is what you have. If you want to view it from a minus Z plane, this is what you have. If you want to view it from an X plane, this is what you have. X is what you have. This is you actually looking it from a Y plane. Then the isometric view is that you want to return it back to the way it was before. Then if you want to this one, if you want to rotate up, you see it's rotating. Then if you want to rotate down, then if you want to rotate left, if you want to rotate right, Then this one is spin left. Spin left. Can you see? You have spin right. So this is what. Then these ones are. Then this one, if you are working on a certain part of the structure and you want to return it back to the old model, this is where you come to. Then you have zoom in, zoom out, zoom extent, zoom factor, and zoom windows. These are where you come to. These are where you come to. So the same. So then this one, if you want to measure anything on your model, you come here. You come here. You just come here and drop it. Okay, because there's no note. Okay, because we don't have notes there. Let me show you what I'm saying. Um, yeah. So let me show you what I'm saying. Let's. Okay. So you have this. I don't really want a model, but for me to show you what I'm saying, okay, let me just do it. I'm not going to explain it. Okay, where is the note? Okay, this is the note. So let me. I'm not going to explain it to you guys. I just want to show you the how to measure the notes from one point to another. Okay, so we have this. So let's check this. Let's check this display notes. So let's see what we have from here to here. We have see this is what you have. So this is what this one is meant for. Then if you want to remove it, then you click on this. So I just quickly did that to just show you that. So you click on OK, then you click on yes. You click on yes. Then here it is here. If you want to do your design, this one is if you want to do your design also. So for the general, let's go to the general. The general is if you want to. So under the general, you have the property, you have the specification, you have the support. So for the property, yeah, you this is where you come and assign properties to your structural members. If it's actually aluminum, if it's concrete, if it's steel, and if it's steel, is it a UB section? Is it a UC section? If it's um is it an IPE section? Is it an HEB section? So this is where you do that. Then for the specification, yeah, maybe you want to do this moment release. You release if you want to release full or if you want to release partial, you have start, you have end. So this is where you come. Then for the support, this is where you come and create a support, and in which you tell the software if you want it to be fixed, pinned, enforced, fixed. But this is where you do that. Then for the load cases, this is where you come and define your load cases and your load combination. So for the geometry, this is where you actually bring out your nodes. This is where you actually bring out your nodes for the geometry, and this is where you do practically your modeling. This is where you do your analysis. So as time goes on, as time goes on, we are going to be doing simple models with Staad, and we'll also be doing complex model with Staad also. So remember, I told you that this YouTube channel is actually going to be teaching you structural designs with Staad Pro and Prota structure. So this is me just trying to explain the interface to you. So thank you very much. See you on the next class.